Hello, people. This is Mac. On my last video, we discussed the disunity in the black community. We also discussed how the powers that be are out to destroy the black community, the black people, with drugs and with the denigrating rap, gangster rap they call it. And I saw a video not too long ago about a community, a neighborhood. I won't call it a community, but a neighborhood in Georgia, where this community was devastated by the drugs. And that's what that rap does. It celebrates drug use, celebrates alcohol use, and it celebrates shooting and killing fellow human beings. And if you look at this video, it's just mind-boggling. I'll try to put a clip of that with this video. Or I might just give you the link to go in and look at it. But now these rappers, let's go back and look at something else. I've been reading some books about the Jewish mafia and what they did and how they came about and came up. Now you take a look right here. I just noticed something here. If you look right there, there's an alligator right there. Out here, what he's doing is basking in the sun right now. He's probably about 6 feet or so. Yeah, there he is right there. Right in the center of the camera there. But most of these alligators, too, they have their own territory that they roam in, hunt. And mostly they eat fish out here. They keep this area pretty well stocked here, But they also have other critters out here to eat as well. But anyway, back to my story, my dialogue here. They try to control the blacks with the rap. Well, they've done a good job, to be honest with you. I've never seen. We've seen young men that walk around with their pants hanging below their buttocks. We see these wild hairdos that they call afros. Back in my day, we wore afros too, but they were neat. They had some order to them, to their look. I'm not, people can do whatever they want to, but But sometimes when you walk into a place and you see somebody's underwear, I mean, that's just not, I'm talking about a restaurant or whatever, and some of them are even working in there. So the first thing I do is turn around and walk out of there. But this is how bad it has gotten. Let's see, 1990, what are we talking about? 30 years, right? 32 years. Where this rap culture took a foothold into the community. Now these people have gotten so bold with promoting it and pushing it. It's all over the world, you know. I remember a time I was in Thailand, and a person came up to me, young guy. He said, "Hey, I know Martin Luther King." I remember once in Germany, a woman came up to me and said, "Hey, you look like Muhammad Ali." Not that I look like Muhammad Ali at all, you know. But those are the people in America that people identified with. But now, my son does a lot of traveling. He tells me people walk up to him and ask him, say, "Do you know 50 Cent? Do you know Jay-Z? You know Snoop?" These are the icons now of the black community. And these people are the leaders that the powers that be are trying to put out there and place them as your leader. And of course, most blacks will tell you well, they're not my leader. But that's the way it is today, though. I mean, we're just going down, down. We have no real focus, as I talked about yesterday. And that's what we need to do. We need to come up with some type of focus to make our people better. But then again, I'm not gonna just say it's all black people. This rap has taken hold of the white community as well. But one of the things they are not using it to the detriment of their people like the black people are doing. I mean, the things that's happening with them is horrible as well. But trying to focus in on how we can make our people better. What can we do? Well, one of the things I think that we need strong leadership. I can recall looking at a video that was made. I believe Travis Smiley called this meeting together of black people that he I guess thought were leaders. I think he had Cornel West on there, Michael Dyson, Jesse Jackson. and the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, to name a few. And they had this town hall meeting, and it was aired on C-SPAN. That's okay. It's okay to air something like that, whether it's on C-SPAN. But they should have had a closed door meeting to discuss how they would implement what they had discussed in public. But nothing ever happened. Nothing ever happened with that. Nothing ever came of that. They simply, that was 2017. Next thing I know, Travis Smiley was ran out of town on some sexual abuse, harassment charges. I mean, that's what they do to anyone who step up to take the mantle to try to move the people forward. They go and they find something to get rid of them. And you know what? Black people don't support them. We don't have any unity. We don't get behind them. I mean, let's look at the facts. Let's look at some reality there. Let's go back to Michael Jackson. Oh, blacks just jumped on the bandwagon with the other powers that be. I mean, with the powers that be. They jumped on that bandwagon and helped to ridicule Michael Jackson. Okay, well, they did the same thing when they went against Bill Cosby. Now, both of these individuals tried to do some things in the black community. I remember Michael Jackson wanted to build a theme park in Detroit to hire blacks. That was shot down, of course, by the mayor and Dennis Archer, and probably the city council too. So what happened? Michael Jackson started speaking up about what was happening to him in the music industry. How Sony wanted to take his catalog, and how he had to fight them. And he called them out. So what they do? They go out and hire another black man to come in and administer lethal overdose of drugs that he had used to help him sleep. So I'm saying all of that, people, is that we don't have any unity. We don't get in the back of the people. We have so much jealousy and envy in our hearts that we just can't see another brother who's out there making and doing well and want to do and give back. We can't see in our heart to support him and back him, help him to achieve his goals in life, which will also be reflected towards his people, because he wants to do things for him. I mean, I look at the more recent incidents. Oh, I hear people saying, oh, I don't like that Kanye West. But I mean, you don't have to like him personally. But the thing is, you should support him. We all should support him. Now, one of the greatest things I saw with the Kyrie Irving situation, look how the Hebrews for Christ, I believe, I don't quite know what their name, what their name is, but they are the Black Hebrews. They go by that. And they had, I guess what Kyrie Irving said, he had an army behind him. Boy, when he went back to play that game on that first night back, there was thousands out there marching in support of him. You know what would have really, if they reported, when I said they, I'm talking about the news media, they reported, oh, that was the one that did report it. You didn't see it anywhere on mainstream. You just heard somebody mention, oh, there was about 100 people out there. Well, when I saw that line of four abreast walking around the arena, I was like flabbergasted. It reminded me of the Million Man March. How there was 1 million of us there. We were everywhere in Washington, D.C. in 1995. I'll never forget it. I had my son and one of his friends I took over there. Now that was unity. But then again, everything has a purpose. We can go out here and we can march. We can do all these things that that supposedly will trying to get away from this noise right now. But marching, do you see it? Let me ask you a question. Do you see any other race out there that's marching? No, you don't see them. They are doing things behind closed doors to uplift their people. Now you take people like Kanye, call himself Ye now. Take him, you take Kyrie Irving, you take all the professionals out there. Why, with the money that they've been making for the last 30, 40 years, why they have not come up with some strategy to start their own basketball league? Why? Why they continue to take this from the people, and you know who they are, who owned these particular clubs, when they could be building their own. Now look at Ye, look what he's doing. He's out there promoting other people's merchandise and name brand instead of him building his own. And I tell you something that he could be doing. I mean, one of the best things in the world that he could do would be over there to take some of the money that he has and invest it in Africa. Any project you take over there, that guy could be a legitimate billionaire without anybody uh, coming up with saying that they could strip him of that, because he'll have the assets to support his billionaire status. So what we have to do is continue to support these guys, but also to urge them to do something more constructive with the money that's going to benefit many people in the community. I saw a video of Kanye there in this building. I suppose he owned that, and he's had his clothes laid out, and he's talking about what he's doing here and there. But when I looked in there, I saw only one black face in that building. The rest were of some other ethnic groups. I mean, when are we going to learn? I mean, if we want the support, if they want the support of black people, then they should support black people. But as was demonstrated during this time, it showed that here he's a big name brand rapper, but he owned not $6 or $8 billion as he claimed he did, because he was maybe he did have, or seemed like he was that billionaire that he talked about, but he was in a perilous situation where they could easily snatch it away or erase it, and that's apparently what they did. They erased his money with the stroke of a pen. So my question is, when will these blacks get together and start to really building up the black communities? I mean, I've seen. I thought at one time I might have been in a position to do something like that, but it's a plan that I've always had. My plan is always changing. But right now, if I had $400,000 or $500,000 that was just for beyond what I need to invest for my family, and I had that extra money to invest, you can bet your bottom dollar I would be over there in Africa helping to create farms over there, because Africa has the land, it has the fertile soil that it can feed the whole world. And that's what I would be doing. And that's what some of these people can do. They can go into the black community. They can create first of all, what they should start doing as an individuals or as a group. Set up the corporation or the LLC or whatever, and go in and buy businesses or create businesses, brick and mortar businesses like food stores. Work with the churches and the community organizations so they can try to help teach the blacks how to respect other black businesses, and that you're going to create jobs in that community. And you duplicate what you've done with 1, 2, and get all these other people out of that city, and you own the gas stations, you own the food delicatessens and party stores. You own these things. And what you do, once you get that done like that, you duplicate it by going to each and every city doing exactly the same thing. Now you can't tell me that the person that, or the group that decides to take on that task like that will be multi-billionaires in a few years. And not only that, they have contributed to create a vibrant community where blacks are turning the dollars over within their own communities. And to give others an opportunity to operate those stores in their community. Those people who wants to start a business, help them. And you maintain a percentage, a stake in each one of those businesses that you help them start up. And once you think they are ready, you can turn over 90% of the business to them or 80% of the business to them, but you will make sure that they are doing everything right in that community with that business by having an audit of those, by having an audit of the business. Now here, I'm trying to get away from this guy with this blower here, but he's following me. But on that note there, if this conglomerate of business people, rappers, or entertainers, or whatever, come together and they create this here businesses within the community, then I think that we'll be on our way to become a race in America to be reckoned with. We don't have to do the marching and all of that. We follow the same powernomics that Dr. Claude Anderson laid out for us. And I met Dr. Anderson in 1995. And I tell you, he tried to do some things there in Detroit when I lived there, but it never worked out because they didn't want to. But this is something that we've got to do, and we've got to work on it. And we'll be looking forward to chatting with you guys again regarding this. So if anybody have any comments regarding this, please leave them in the section below. And let's have a discussion on this. Let's have a dialogue on this. Let's talk about this here. I mean, we can't just see things happening in our community and we don't take any action. We've got to come together and start working on this. We got to work together. No matter what, we've got to change the whole paradigm of what is happening in our communities. And we got to come together and we got to work on it. We can do it behind closed doors. We can do it, we can chat about it on here, but then we can come together. Just like nothing ever came together from those meetings that Tavis Smiley had with Farrakhan now. They at that time, but there's so much jealousy and envy there. I could see it. You could cut it with a knife. There's so much tension there. Now, if you get a chance, go and look and watch those videos. And you'll see that I saw him stand up and clap for Farrakhan when he made, and Farrakhan, I mean, he's making all this show stuff. I've seen him go out there. You go back and look at one of my videos I did back in 2017 on Farrakhan. I mean, you know, I mean, none of these guys, I think either they all bought out or whatever, I don't know, but they never uh, pursue what they start out to do. And I mean, but that's, we'll talk more about that. But just leave me your comments, right? And let's like I said, let's talk about this here, okay? And also subscribe to this channel. I wanna try to reach as many people as I can, you know, because I want to get people involved in what is happening in our communities. So subscribe and like. And to the next video, have a great day.